Every time I see a video on YouTube about vastness of space, or when I read about a billion solar mass black hole, or such enormous stuff that exists in our universe, or the fact that there are billions of galaxies, and in each galaxy there are billions of stars, and each star having its own planets, I ask to myself, why do humans fight? Why do we think that we are privileged or have a special position in this universe, or this universe was made for us? As we move ourselves 6 billion kilometers away from Earth, just outside the orbit of Neptune, we cannot even distinguish Earth from the other background stars. This image was taken by Voyager 1 spacecraft. I love what Carl Sagan had to say about this image. I'll read a few lines from it to you. Look again at that dot. That's here. That's home. That's us. On it, everyone you love, everyone you know, everyone you ever heard of, every human being who ever was, lived out their lives. The aggregate of their joy and suffering. Thousands of confident religion, ideology and economic doctrines. Every hunter and forager. Every hero and coward. Every creator and destroyer of civilization. Every king and peasant. Every young couple in love. Every mother and father. Hopeful child. Inventor and explorer. Every teacher of moral. Every corrupt politician. Every superstar. Every supreme leader. Every saint and sinner in the history of our species live there, in the mote of dust, suspended in a sunbeam. The Earth is a very small stage in a vast cosmic arena. Think of the endless cruelty visited by inhabitants of one corner of this pixel on the scarcely distinguishable inhabitant of some other corner. How frequent their misunderstanding, how eager they are to kill one another, how fervent their hatred. Think of rivers of blood spilled by all the generals and emperors so that in the glory and triumph they could become the momentary master of the fraction of a dot. I highly recommend you to read this because I'm gonna skip few paragraphs. To me, it underscores our responsibility to deal more kindly with one another and to preserve and cherish the pale blue dot, the only home we have ever known. So looking at this image and knowing how insignificant Earth is in the grand scheme of the cosmos, does science make me feel small? No, it just makes me feel humble about our existence in this universe. It makes me feel connected to the cosmos when I read about how the elements that we are made up of, the carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, were made in the guts of a dying star. These stars exploded, giving out the materials needed for life. Then these materials formed the planets and the sun, and on one of the planets, life evolved and human beings came to be. That's why I love science. It gives me excitement. It tells us more about the world. I'm not a scientist. I'm just a guy who is curious about stuff and loves to know things. And in the process, I love to spread the knowledge. This is my 100th video in a span of 3 years. Few days ago, I read a quote on the internet apparently by Albert Einstein, which sums up why I'm still making videos. I have no special talent. I am only passionately curious. On this channel, I try my best to explain the most beautiful and elegant things that our cosmos has to offer us. So if you can, then join me on this journey to discover new worlds and to know our own world better. And as always, stay curious, stay awesome.